Okay, good morning, everybody. Rory Powers, Right Line Trading. I noticed my camera. Boy, this has been some morning. My camera's not working this morning, and I apologize. But I am here. And before we get started, this broadcast is for demonstration and educational purposes only. I am not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, man, you better ask somebody. There is a significant amount of risk when trading the financial instruments. You could lose your entire trading account. With that being said, let me see if I can get this camera to go. My name's Rory Powers. I'm with Right Line Trading, and I'm going to be showcasing the AI Auto Trader along with the iBots. Good morning, Rodney, Jim, Judy, Dr. Hanson, Rod. Thanks for joining me this morning. Let me see if I can get this webcam to come in. Webcam, where are you? Okay. All right, I give up. So let's just take a look and see. Last night, after the market closed, or around 4 o'clock, President Trump announced the tariffs, and the market went a little haywire. And I got my computer was running, and I got into a few loose orders that you see here that really ran up the numbers on a couple of these strategies that are not accurate results. But I do want to look and see what happened overnight, just so we could see the overall trading environment that we're in. We had a big leg down, as you could see, through the London Open, a huge leg down. Let's go back to yesterday at 4. I need to load a little more data. Good morning, Jorge. I know it, Kevin. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Uh, oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, there we go. Now that'll give us a good perspective. Um, from yesterday at about 4, we took a huge leg down, just a tremendous leg down into this morning. So, do we see a retracement? The market doesn't like gaps, but this is kind of an unprecedented event. So it goes without saying on our 20 Unarenko, we're set up for a short. And if today's your first day joining us, the AI Auto Trader and the iBots are fully automated strategies that run within the NinjaTrader 8 platform. And once the strategies are enabled, they will automatically execute and manage the trades on your behalf. We've got a pretty diversified portfolio of strategies. We're trading the futures index equities. What I mean by that are the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, the Dow, with exception to the Russell, very liquid instruments. We've diversified into crude oil and gold, energy and precious metals, and we track the flow of institutional money. And these bots are going to try to get in and trade in the same direction as large institutional money. We let the bots run through the Asian Open, through the London Open, the overnight session, the London Open. Now this one is in alignment here, and we have what we call our leaderboard. These are the bots that are performing the best, um, I really can't put any weight on these because they got loose on me when President Trump was talking. But we're going to prepare for our power play trade. I always like to look at the Forex factory so we don't have any unpleasant surprises. And then I'll explain the power play trade. Today is Thursday, April 3rd. If you're joining me today, that's the good news. Hallelujah. You're still in the game. And this morning at 8:30 was the unemployment claims. The U.S. unemployment insurance weekly claims. It looks like a small revision. Fewer Americans filed for jobless benefits. Okay, and that was at 8:30. Trade balance 9:45. Final services PMI. 10 a.m. ISM services PMI. So 9:45 and 10 a.m. we've got an orange and a red folder news report. And what I normally do with these orange or red folders is I disengage any live accounts that I have trading. And I wait for the market to settle down. I don't want to get caught up in a tremendous amount of volatility and whipsaw and have it hit my stop. Natural gas storage is at 10:30, but the big ones that we're going to be concerned with for this broadcast is at 9:45 and 10 a.m. Please don't let me forget. 9:45 and 10 a.m. Okay, that sets up the power play trade of the day. What we're looking for here is we're looking for an entry on our 30 range, this chart right here, but we have to be in agreement on our 20 Unirenko. We have to have a multi-time frame alignment of trend. Our higher time frame is the 20 Unirenko. So we want to prevent taking a counter trend trade with these short intraday trades that we're taking. We use a 20 Unirenko as our higher time frame, and we want it to be in agreement with our 30 range, which right now they are. They're in agreement to the upside. And let me tell you, that was a huge, tremendous move down. To see a retracement, I don't think would be extraordinary. But we're gonna let the technicals do the talking. We're gonna let the bots do the trading. So what I do is I connect my trade copier and I pile on all my prop accounts. And what I'll do is between 9:32 and hopefully before 9:45, because we have the news report, I'm going to click on, and I'll tell you when I'm going to click on, when there's a multi-time frame alignment of trend here after 9:32. We let that initial burst at the market open settle down. That's one of the rules. 9:32. All right, we have just a few minutes here, just a minute before the market opens. Good morning, Suzanne. Good morning, Carol. All right, Bob from Canada. Beautiful country. We were talking about Quebec yesterday. Great people from Canada. All right, we do have an alignment of trend with our 20 unit Renko is above our 50, as well as our 30 range. Let's see what happens. The market just opened. And boom, the market's in long. I really like this long. I'm tempted to break my own rules here and turn it on now. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn it on now because I think there's going to be a retracement to the upside. There we go. Let's see if we can catch this. Pop up. Get in our profit window. Little more. Little more. Profit window, 250 or 500? 250. All right, it popped right back in, but I shut mine off really quick. So it took another trade. We're getting a retracement from that huge move down. But you know what? I'm going to stay right where I'm at. I'm kind of happy. I'll take it. In that one quick move up, and I think it's going to score a few more winners right here. It's back in the profit window, scored another 250. Thank you, Armand. So across the three PA accounts, we hit the low end of our profit goal of 250, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. I'll take it. Across three accounts, that's 750. And on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 evals, about 335. So a total of 2,320. On the PA account, 765. So that's Monday through Thursday at 4 in a row. And we're just hitting singles. We're just getting repeatable singles that we can do each morning with a trade or two and be done for the day. So let's take a look at this week. April 3rd, March 31st. Market's taking off. Big retracement. That was a big move down. I'm not surprised. It's very tempting to take these PA accounts and try to catch another one. But once it does fill in that gap from overnight, we could see a reversal of fortunes here. Bam. Boy, it's just pounding away at it now. That was a full winner. Okay, let's go to the results for this week, and I keep close track of the PA accounts. This week, perfect week so far from 331 to 43. We're just under $5,000. Just under 5,000. A really beautiful. If we go to the cumulative, really beautiful equity curve. Put it back to February 1st. Put this on a weekly. You can see a beautiful equity curve. The only week we had a drawdown was last week. 900 across 3 accounts. This is the only drawdown week in 2 months. And now we're up just under $21,000 since February. So we've got a really nice payout coming. And you know what? We've done it, and we followed all of the rules that these prop firms have put in front of us with these consistency rules. They've turned trading, which is hard to begin with, into something even more difficult. Did you get it, Carol? Ah, I read your message. Hmm. What about in your log? Do you have any error messages in your log, Carol? The log always tells the story. The lag was red. Hmm. Yeah. Jeez. If it's not one thing, it's another, huh? Okay. Um, I saw another question. How do Roy? Do you copy trade? Hey, Agola. Thank you very much for joining us today. Yes, I use a trade copier, and I what I do is I copy. I have a power play morning trade that I do every morning. It's a very simple rules-based strategy, really, that we do between 9:32 and about 9:45 or 9:50 every morning. And what I do is I take the NASDAQ 30 range, Smart Velocity Drone, and I make it my leader account. And I copy all of my Apex accounts to that leader account. And we've got a PA account hack that has over an 80% win rate. We're 4 for 4 this week. Boy, here we go. This could be the big move down. Let's keep an eye on the leaderboard here. I had a feeling once the gap filled in that we were going to see a monster move down, but that's just gut feelings. That's not based on anything. Opinions are worthless. I'm really sorry that happened, Carol. She's using the same one I am, Duke. The green or red circles, Ronald. Um, I thought I had taken all the green and red circles off. Which green and red circles are you referring to? Oh, nice job, Judy. I don't think she did. I don't think that was it, Jim, because I met with her right before and we disabled the strategy and reset it and put the and put the sim account in it. So it hadn't reached its profit target or loss limit yet. I know that for a fact. The daily stop loss is if you click on your strategies tab of your control center, you would you would find the strategy that you want to look at the profit loss limit. Let's say it was this scalper drone here, and disable it first. Right click on it and select edit strategy. And when you edit the strategy within the parameters right here, you could put in your daily profit target and your daily loss limit. Now, if one of them gets reached and you want it to continue to trade, you could simply disable and re-enable that strategy, and that will reset it. A lot of people ask me that set it and forget it. They say, hey, if it loses 300 or 400, I want it to stop trading. So this is where you would put that entry. You would put, maybe 350 here. So if it loses 350, it'll stop trading, and you put maybe your profit, double it to 700. And if it makes 700 or loses 350, it'll stop trading for the day. But that's where it is, Carol. Now at 9:35, our iBots kick in, and let's see if they're in any positions here. These are my open positions. I'm starting to get an alignment again of trend. Here it comes down. The 20U is breaking down below. And with that multi-time frame alignment, it really increases my odds on that 30 range significantly, I found. Okay, that news report's going to come out in 4 minutes, so govern yourself accordingly. That thing, you got one at 9:45 and one at 10. Boom, it's in again. These could be a couple of beautiful trades short. If it breaks through support, it's going to, nope. Getting a big spike in volatility here. That's why I'm very happy to be on the sidelines with a nice profit. We look to make 250 to 500 across each one of the PA accounts on a daily basis. Once we reach that profit goal, we turn the PA accounts off for the day. We're done. If we lose 500 in a session, we're done. We don't try to make it back that day. That's when bad things happen. Look at this. This is a beautiful trade here, short. The IBOT 24U is in. We're in our profit window. So it's 250 or 500. It was the 250. Let's check out that IBOT 24U. We're starting to get some traction now to the downside. No problem, Carol. On the charts, the big circles on the charts, I don't see them on my charts, but I think what you're referring to is the candlestick pattern recognition signal. Do you see any circles on my chart now? I'm not seeing them. Circles. Um, I know, Carol. Judy's been doing great. It slipped me yesterday. I didn't see, but Judy passed 3 more evals yesterday. Great job, Judy. I went back and I was reading through the thread, and man, everybody scored nicely yesterday. And Judy passed 3 more evals. Congratulations again. Rafael, after 5 years of struggling, got that AI, and within the first month, bam, got funded. All right. IBOT 30 range. Man, I watched this bot yesterday. This IBOT 30 range. Man, this bot. All right, Raphael. Yes. Okay, that news report just came out. Bam, you see that it's causing a lag. This is why we don't want to hold through these red flags. That was an orange. The red is coming at 10. The IBOT held right through it. Now, what's really nice about these bots is you could always take your stop and lock in profits. There's nothing to prevent you from doing that. And yesterday with this IBOT, let me tell you, just moving your stop a little bit, it was up over $1,000 in profit. I watched it. It must have been a dozen times yesterday. I let it just run, watching it. But this bot here yesterday, with a little trade management, a little more conservative trade management, this bot would have made $10,000, $15,000 yesterday. So in that regard, this really could be considered a semi-automated system, where it triggers the trades, and with the stop and profit target on the chart, you always have that flexibility of being able to manage the position. IBOT 20U is in. This strategy on the MES did very well yesterday. IBOT ES4U jumped in short. So off the stock market, the IBOTs, what those IBOTs are looking at, the trigger is right off of the kinetic data feed. It's off of the stock market. It's a lightning fast trigger. And when there's a disparity between uptick versus downtick volume, it'll jump in the direction of, and that's institutional money. Raphael, congratulations. All right, Judy. Yeah, you hit that trade. You hit that long trade, Judy, long on the NASDAQ at the market open. Here's the iBot on the E-mini. Let's see what's coming up on my leaderboard here. Okay, now the leaderboard is starting to take shape. The 30 range, Paramroop, that's your bot. Paramroop loves to play the 30 range. That signal A 50,000 hit 3,200 this morning. 20U Sniper, that's one of the bots we were highlighting yesterday. I always like to know which bots are performing the best on a very short look back. I don't do a far look back to determine which bots to trade today. What it did last month, we were grateful if it did well last month, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to do well this month, unfortunately. So what we do is, in order to pick the best bot, we look at the ones that are performing the best today or this week. The what have you done for me lately's? And that's the discretion that goes into this system. One day we will automate it, selecting the bot for you. It's something that we discussed. It was suggested to us by one of our members, and we're looking into doing that. Unc was the one that suggested it, and we really want to do it. Mack truck is in. Let's take a look at the Mack truck. Maybe it's the bot. Oh, this is a tough trading environment. Let me tell you. Carol, I wanted to mention something to you, Carol. Listen, don't be discouraged because anytime you introduce something new into your workspace, I struggled. I'm telling you, when I first got that copier, you can go back on these recordings. I struggled with that copier. Anytime you introduce something new, there's always going to be a little bit of a learning curve. Don't be discouraged with that. Well, you see that entry, it took the risk right off the trade very quickly. I bought 16U. Let's take a look at that trade. I also want to take a look at gold. I'm curious to see what gold is doing. I bought 16U. Let's take a look at our gold chart. All right, Paramount. Okay, here's gold. Wow, big leg up. Huge leg up. Gold's not trading. Hmm. Here's gold. It's up 150. Let's take a look at gold through the overnight session. Just jumped in short. Wow, look at this. Boy, it took some nice longs here. A lot of volatility on gold. Hmm. See our leaderboard. What's performing the best right now? The 1 day pass, the sniper, the 20U sniper, the IBOT 16U is doing well. The ES Smart Stop 2. Then we have all the Apex accounts. We took our power trade, the gold bot. Not many bots in the leader on the leaderboard this morning. It's must be a rugged trading environment. ES20 range. Let's see that one. Okay, we're 5 minutes away from that red folder report. Jorge, I don't know what happened to my camera. Let me see. File. Edit. Not sure. Here we go. Another move down. Got a nice alignment with the 20U. Oh, look at the ES trade. It's breaking right through support. Beautiful short on the E-mini. See, look, this is that 30 range up over 1,000 again. I watched it at least a dozen times do that. We go for a very ambitious profit target. It's in on 2 contracts on that iBot. Sergio worked all day yesterday on automating that trade we do in the morning. It is an automated trigger, but as you know, we time it out when we enable the trade copier. With Sergio's coding, it's going to be fully automated. We're going to have it this week. And I think that filter is going to be a really great filter for really all of our 30 range NASDAQ or even our 8 Unirenko. I was talking to Craig Emery yesterday, and he was showing me he kind of is doing something very similar. Craig Emery is our futures trader. He has a trading room. And his specialty, his expertise is in trading the NASDAQ. He developed his own style. And he was watching my power trade, my power play trade of the morning. And he uses it with the 8 Unirenko. Let's see if we can get this first target. That ES4U is a really good strategy. Here goes gold. Boy, that's a beautiful entry. Let's see if he gets some follow through the downside. Gold's at $3,106. iBot ES4U. Out. Thank you, Carol, Judy. Um, the news report's coming out in 1 minute. 1 minute. If you're trading a live account, I would highly recommend closing it. Let's see what it does to our lag, just out of curiosity. Okay, there it goes. You can see my lag spiked. especially on the NASDAQ. And you definitely wouldn't want to be in a trade when that comes through. Suzanne, the only way to do that would be in your trade performance. In your trade performance, which is really a great metric that they have, is when you go to your analysis and I go to the IBOT, let's say the 30 range, I could change the analysis to the half hour of the day or hour of the day. If I put it on hour of the day, it tells me that for a few months of data, I really don't have that much of a look back. But between 12 and 2, excuse me, it performs the best. So to answer your question, Suzanne, you would select which IBOT, change the period, go to analysis up top, and change the period to half hour or hour of the day. Got it? Okay. And then I always put it on entry time. We don't really care when it exits. The important thing is when did it trigger. Okay, things have settled down. Oh, the VW. The VW is in short. You can see my VWAP on the E-mini. Price is way below the VWAP. There we go. They're all jumping in short now. They all picked up on this move. Gold is going up. Index equities going down. So there's an inverse correlation today. Most of the time there is, except for, what was it, yesterday or the day before? Getting a monster on gold. Let's see how high we can ride this thing up. IBOT 16U, IBOT 20U, everything has jumped in short. We got some downside support. We break through here, we could have a runner. Oh, this thing's off to the races now. Look at a gold trade. Irfan. All right. Irfan's in China right now. He must have found a solution. He was having trouble staying on the stream from from the location he was in. Good evening, Irfan. I know there's a 12-hour time difference in China, so it's 10 o'clock at night there. Come on down. Could come down and retest that area of support. Gold to the moon. It's going to take a long one once it breaks. There it goes. I knew it. Saw that one coming. It wanted to break that pivot. If it does actually break through, it doesn't appear it broke through on gold. But if it does push up through there, it's got the pullback. Now let's see if it pushes up through. Here we go. Could get the pop on gold. There it goes. Bam. Boy, that went perfectly, didn't it? That was a perfect break of that pivot. This thing could launch again. So what we could do very quick and easy is we could put this bot that's trading gold. We see it starts getting some traction to the upside. We could very quickly and easily take our trade copier. And I always like to use another tab. Um, I'll take a tab and I'll make the leader account on this one. The SimGC2U Gold bot, I think it is. Yes, SimGC2U Gold bot. Make it the leader account here. And right now it's on 47 and 49. So I can very quickly turn this on. And the next entry, it's not going to get in obviously on this entry, but the very next entry that it takes, I would be in on those evals, on the evals. Gold is starting to look very juicy. starting to hit on all cylinders here. You see gold starting to pick up, starting to get a little bit of a meltdown on the Nasdaq and the E-mini. The bots are starting to run up the score a little bit. I could see my open positions. This signal A, Suzanne, you were asking me about this bot. For some reason, and I don't know why, I think it's because it's the older template, but it's been getting loose on that Sim NQ20U Signal A Mac truck. Right after this trade closes, we're going to take a look at it because something's suspect. This Sim VW, oh, that's one of my favorite strategies. Here comes gold, climbing the leaderboard. Got a retracement right back to the 50. Let's see if we get another bounce. Wow. Judy, 7,000 on the gold. Incredible. Oh, that VW is off to the races. Oh, just so close to hitting this profit target on this NQ30 range. That's the IBOT 16U actually. I got the 16U down on my 30 range chart and the 20U on the 20U chart. Bam, gold just flew right back in. I'm tempted to enable it on my evals. I got a couple $300,000 accounts. I might just do it. I have a feeling gold is going to go up to 32, 3,300 today. Dr. Jeff, I put it in the. Thank you for asking that question. I put it in the strategy collaboration channel in Discord. On the very bottom is strategy collaboration, and you'll see I have the ES30 range Volkswagen strategy template. You would download it, save it to your your File Explorer, and then move it in your File Explorer. Go to Documents, NinjaTrader 8, Templates, Strategy, AI Auto Trader P. Open that folder and paste it there. And once you've done that, your next step is always to go to your Strategies tab and build it. Say New Strategy. Under Available, you would go to your AI Auto Trader P, come down to Templates, Load, and you'll see that strategy you just downloaded, the Volkswagen. And you would select the Volkswagen, load it, and you're off to the races. Now, let me see if I could show you the performance of this. Yesterday I watched it. It was down 300. It was up a 1,200 at one time. And it ended the day. I traded it right through Trump's. Let's see. Let's go to today. The Sim VW. Very efficient. From the 24th to April 3rd. Let me hit generate. Check it out. This strategy's no joke. $8,500. $8,500. from the 24th to the 3rd. It's red hot. It's Robert's identical strategy. I can't take credit for it as much as I'd like to. Robert, a member of our community, gave us the ES30 range star bot and drone. This is really the same thing, but I put a profit window in it. Made maybe one or two minor changes to it. Oh, and I changed the trading hours. I time optimized it. But I love that profit window. That profit window to me is just the greatest thing that since sliced cheese. When you get close to that profit target, man, you got to come home with something. Don't let that thing come all the way back. My goodness, it hurts to watch. So the VW, let's take a look when. I always like to say, hey, it made money, but when did it do it? Let's go to the analysis. We'll change this to the half hour of the day, put it on entry time, and this is the time of the day that it just crushes it. The one that we have currently was starting at 8:30. There's a lot of economic news that comes out at 8:30. That can be a little risky. So I have it starting at 10. Starts at 10 and it goes right through, until about 2:30. And man, this thing just every half hour of the day that it's trading, with exception to 11 and 1, just minor drawdowns, has been crushing it. Gold's back in. Oh, let's check that Mac truck, Suzanne, because you asked me about it, and I didn't want to share that template because something's wrong with it. Let's find it. It's this NQ20U. This might be it. Yep. All right. So what I want to do is I want to close that position first. So I'm going to, before I disable any strategy, if I'm in an open position, it's a really good practice to first close that position. Close the position. Then we can go back to our strategy, right click on it and select edit. We don't want to be in a ghost trade. Now, why is this trade not giving me, it's not putting, it's just not behaving right. I made a duplicate of this. Oh, this is the duplicate actually. Not exactly sure why it's not working properly. Here we go. We're back in iBot short, 16U. Another leg down. Yeah, that's exactly what I did, Suzanne. When I shared that template, I'm glad you said that. When I shared that template in Discord, that's exactly what I did. And yes, the answer is yes. But, keep in mind, I don't know if that template is going to get the same results that the one that was getting the loose orders. That's what I'm afraid of. I can't depend on the data because my stop wasn't in place or my profit target. So it might have looked good, but what may not have been an accurate data that we were looking at. We got professional trader David Wise coming up right behind me. If today's your first day or you'd like to learn more about the AI Auto Trader, I'm going to be doing a webinar on Friday at 1 o'clock Eastern, and I'd like to invite you. Doesn't require any kind of membership or purchase of anything. It's just a free event that we're going to just go into a little more depth about how these automated bots work, some past performance, question and answer session, and we're going to make a special offer if you're interested and you'd like to come aboard. And the title of this event is 20,000 in 2 months, how I did it. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it. We've put $20,000 in our PA accounts over the last 2 months. Bear with me here. I just got to put it on a notepad first. If my charts flash, forgive me. I don't know what I would do without these notepads, I'll tell you. Um, Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you can't make it at that time, still register because you'll automatically get the replay. So let me put this in the chat. We meet here every morning at 9:15 a.m. Eastern, God willing. And we trade the system live. And there's the registration link. Oh, great, Suzanne. Suzanne's Volkswagen's up 1,000. My Volkswagen's up 875. It's right back in, too. Right back in. Gold. To the moon, gold. Gold's picking up some really nice trades in this session. It's worked its way right up to the top of our leaderboard. Hey, we're sitting on Thursday. We're 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. I'm sorry, 4 for 4. I don't want to jinx myself for tomorrow. But listen, come join me tomorrow. Let's see if we can make it 5 of 5. We're 4 for 4 this week. We got in our profit window. Boy, this thing's going right to the moon. And it was either 250 or 500. Today, unfortunately, let's give this thing some running room. If we break through, this has about a 20, I think it's 20 tick trailer. So it could come back and we could give back $200. Wow. Judy's gold bot is up 7 grand. Amazing. There is a lot of volatility today. When there's volatility like this, those signal A's do really well. That was a beautiful haymaker entry right here. When that RSI line breaks up out of that, the gear up across that 20% line, pops in long. I'm surprised the haymaker isn't in. Let's see if it is. Nope. Gold's up 2180. That could be the leader. Let's see. I can't count these ones that are up 11, 10,000. Even though some of them probably did well this morning, I just can't say 100% that they're at the top. This one I can say 100%. Let's do a quick recap. I can say with 100% certainty that the NASDAQ 30 range one-day pass scored today. The one-day pass templates are our prop trading templates. They're very aggressive. In one trade, you'll either pass or fail your eval. It's not a sustainable strategy. Once you get your PA account or your funded account, we would have to pivot to something more conservative. But if you want to get an eval across the finish line, and you don't mind blowing a few to get there, because 1 out of 3 will fail. 2 out of 3, statistically 2 out of 3 fail. There is a chance you'll win all 3 of them. There's a chance you'll lose all 3 of them, but statistically, you have a little greater than a 33% chance of winning. I call it 40%. The iBot NQ16U is one of our strongest iBots. The 16U crushes it on a regular. The gold bot, we watched it work its way up our leaderboard. When we first started watching it, it was up 100 or 150 bucks, and all of a sudden, it started catching these huge moves up, and it's up over 2,200, and it's right back in again. When I see bots like this, people always ask me, how do I know which one to trade? Well, listen, we sat here and watched the golds execute winner after winner. If that what it's doing, when I see it doing that, I feel like it's tapping me on the shoulder and it's saying, hey, trade me. That's the way it talks to you. It works its way up the leaderboard, and it's tapping you on the shoulder, and it's saying, me, me, me. The 20U sniper, again, we highlighted that one yesterday. Let's go to our sniper. This is the time optimization. Does very well at the market open. It loves the market open. Wow. Look at this sniper this week. This week, this 20U is up $6,000 on my machine with an 87% win rate. On the NASDAQ, to trade a 20 Unarenko is really a wise decision. With this volatility and whipsaw, the 20 Unarenko rarely gets faked out. It will get faked out, but rarely. But you could see this week, the 20U sniper drone on my computer is up $6,000. When did it do it? Well, we just saw at 9:30, it just crushed the market open. The gold bot, Volkswagen's up there, and the streak is alive, ladies and gentlemen. Alive and well. Irfan, I was telling Irfan about this because Irfan has several PA accounts. I was telling him about this velocity. I call it the power play trade of the day. We do it every morning, 9:15. We get ready for it. 9:32. By 9:45, 9:50, we're done. We are done. Once it stops working, we've got a plethora of alternatives to go to. But until it stops working, we're going to ride this until the wheels fall off. I assure you. And we look to make 250 to 500. And we hit it again. Today's the fourth day in a row for this week. So the streak continues. And please do me a favor. How do we set all this up and get started? I'm going to put our number into the office here, Dr. Phil. And give me a few minutes to use the restroom. And then you can give me a call. I'll be in the office all day today between, let's call it 11 and 5:30. I'm going to put the office phone here. Or you can always go to our website. But I'd really like to talk to you. I'm sure you have some questions. But everything is also on our website. But I'd be happy to talk to you. All right, everybody, please do me a favor if you would. If you'll please like my video here on YouTube. It gives us some traction the way their algorithm works with the interaction, the thumbs up, the chat. It gives us a little traction, gets some new eyes on our products and services. We'd really appreciate it if you could like our video. And man, we are, let me tell you, we're really, this is the best, the best trading results of my trading career. And I've been at it for, you know, I'm embarrassed to say, getting up there. So I really think we've got something special going here. And the results speak for themselves. So I hope that you'll be back tomorrow. And God willing, we're going to do it again. And we're going to close out this week on Friday. Let's try to make it a 5 for 5. Here we go. We've got a multi-time frame alignment. Again, to the short side. Let's see if we get a roll. Last trade, trade of the day. To the short side. Oh, 20 U's out. 16 U's in. Congratulations, Raphael. Congratulations, Judy. Okay, we're down to two trades. The two trades of the day to end the day. Oh, you're welcome, Suzanne. Thank you. Thank you, Rodney. Rodney, I tell you, I got the fishing trip. I got it scheduled. It wasn't just talk. Juneteenth, I'm headed to Costa Rica. We're going to do some marlin fishing. We've got the Airbnb, the flights, everything set. Even got an extra bedroom. Let me know if you want to go to Costa Rica. Costa Rica fishing. I asked Mark. I said, "Hey, Mark, let's make it a prize for the funding company. Let's see if a prize. I want to take somebody fishing with me." I got this beautiful 4 or 5 bedroom house in Costa Rica and a beautiful boat. I went to high school with the guy, turns out. And he said, "Come on down." He said, "I'll take you fishing. Just pay for the gas." He didn't have to ask me twice. I'm gonna get pictures for sure. I'm hoping I get a trophy. Oh, we got a monster brewing. Judy, I don't know where you are. That's scary. Judy's a world traveler. She could be at anywhere at any given time. Love that lifestyle. We got a little downside support here. If we break through, we could be in this one up for the long run. Kuala Lumpur. And then back to Australia. Very nice. That's right, Dr. Phil. I'm located just south of Miami. I like to refer to it as the suburbs of Miami, right next to the Homestead Air Force Base, South Florida, just north of the Florida Keys, a stone's throw away from the Florida Keys. I'm as far down as you can get in the mainland of Florida. Well, yeah, we'd have to include airfare. The good news, now that you mentioned it, and it slipped my mind, Judy, is my friend that I'm going with happens to be a pilot on American Airlines. So I've got a buddy pass, which, if you've ever flown on one of those, it's, you're standby and you're hoping to God you get a seat. But I'm not going with the kids or my wife. So he told me, listen, I'm going to get you on the plane. Don't worry. Clearwater is beautiful. Love Clearwater. Yeah, it is getting hot here too. Clearwater is a beautiful part of Florida, right by Tampa. You guys had that hurricane that came pretty darn close to you. Getting a retracement here, giving us a little bit of heat. Here we go. Never is a smooth ride, is it? There's always bumps. Yeah, I know it. Good morning, Tom. Nice speaking to you yesterday. We're going to retest that area of support. Let's see if we can get down through it. E-mini's headed lower as well. Oh, I just locked in some profits. All the risk is off this trade here. Oh, here we go. See, now this is where I'd like my profit window to kick in. And I want it to be an equal distance. I don't want to give all my profits back. Oh, that was so close. Equal distance. All right. So the IBOT 16U ended at 2680. I'm pretty sure that that's the best one of the day. Here's our leaderboard. Remember, a few of these got loose on me yesterday. Unfortunately, it skews my data on some of these bots. Um, all right, everybody. I want to thank you again for joining me today. If you're around tomorrow at 9:15, or if you still want to watch some trading today, professional options trader David Wise, he's a leader in the Reddit community of traders. He's coming up right behind me. He's going to be trading the SPY super system, and he leverages these signals and trades options. So if you got some time today, stick around. Coming up right behind me on this Right Line Trading channel is professional options trader David Wise. I put a registration link for Friday's webinar at 1 o'clock. If you can't make it live, register anyways, and you'll be guaranteed to get the replay. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining me. God bless. Have a blessed rest of your day. Let's keep this winning streak going. Walking around in the clouds. Tell you, so happy, so excited with this system. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Like my video, don't forget. You can't see my phone number? Let me put it in again. My phone number is 786 732 4656. I just popped it in. Maybe you don't have chat. If you don't have chat, let me repeat the phone number. In fact, let me put it on a. I love these notepads. I love the notepads. The office phone is 786 732 4656. Give me just a few minutes to use the restroom and grab a drink. Give me a call anytime today between 11 Eastern and 5:30 p.m. Eastern. If you have any questions regarding this system, I'd be happy to answer them for you. My name's Rory Powers. Thanks again for joining me today. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye. Jean Dominique. Oh, Irfan, my friend. Here you go. What this is showing you, because I show this sometimes and people call me and they're like, well, wait, I think you lost money. But what this is showing you is all across all three of my PA accounts, it was 255 each. I got in my profit window, and at that point, it's 250 or 500. Unfortunately, today was 250, but we'll take it. And then I have about 6 evals that made anywhere from 250 to 335. So across 7 or 8 accounts, we have a total of $2,320 in profits. The PA accounts were up 765 or fun. So we're 4 for 4 this week. We did get our target for the day, yes. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me again. Let's do it again tomorrow. Let's close this week out 5 for 5. 5 for 5. Have a great day, everybody.